my most recent videos, I have been presenting the mythological archetype of the dark gods and their relationship to the shadow in the collective unconscious, and how it's dangerous to ignore these dark gods. In this video, I will attempt to clarify what Carl Jung's theory of archetypes in the collective unconscious are, and how they relate to the occult. During an individual lifetime, the makeup of the personal unconscious is manifested, but the contents of the collective unconscious invariably consist of archetypes that are present from the very beginning. Archetypes are at the foundation of the collective unconscious. They represent basic human behaviors and situations. For example, the mother-child relationship is governed by the mother archetype. The truth seeker in the sage. The desire for power and control is represented in the ruler archetype, and so on. Also, and in reference to the occult, mystic experiences are also governed by archetypes from within, not by entities from without. But the archetypes that are clearly characterized from an empirical point of view are those which have the most frequent and disturbing influence on the conscious self, or the ego. And the most accessible of these and the easiest to experience is the shadow, for its very nature comes from, in greater part, the personal unconscious. For a better understanding of the collective unconscious and archetypes therein, let's picture a vast ocean, limitless, with boats adrift upon its surface. The ego, or conscious self, is represented by the captain. And the hull of the vessel is the personal unconscious, there which we blindly toss into things we encounter on our voyage. We try hard to be in control of our vessel, but in truth we are at the mercy of the elements. Now, swimming beneath the surface of the sea are an array of creatures that have an impact, large or small, upon our vessels. They swim with ease from one vessel to another, either to the benefit or degradation of the individual's ego. Those upon the left-hand path must endeavor to utilize these predators of the deep to the exaltation of the ego, rather than the degradation. They should be assimilated into the conscious personality to break away from the maelstrom that our egos are at the mercy of. But beware. If one attempts to draw these deeper creatures of the collective unconscious up to the surface, those creatures will invariably die, for they were never meant to be a part of objective reality. For they come to the surface as metaphors, symbols. Thereby a literal interpretation will result in their demise, for a metaphorical truth is not an objective truth. That's the problem with the theist-atheist debate. Neither side understands the meaning of metaphorical truth, but I digress. The shadow, though, that which is fed by the personal unconscious, can be brought to the surface of the vast ocean through symbolic means. One way is by having reverence for the dark gods, thus the ego is able to integrate rather than repress unpleasant, unconscious impulses. Other ways of positive shadow integration can be done through the arts. Examples would be artists who deal with dramatic or foreboding themes, such as the paintings of H.R. Giger or the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. But when repressed, the shadow may still find a way on your boat, slithering on board and manifesting itself in unpleasant fashions. We on the left-hand path have come to terms with our shadow. We do not shy away from the darker aspects of music, art, or philosophy. We are compelled by such symbols as Kali, Baphomet, and that most popular of left-hand path symbols, the inverted pentagram. The inverted pentagram points downward, down to the depths of that vast ocean that is our shared unconscious, not toward the heavens. It invites us to look into the sea's murky depths, to seek out personal truths, to aid us on our path.